Let me ask you something honest. You went to school for years. You studied hard. Maybe you got a degree. Maybe you got a good job. But nobody, not one teacher, not one class, not one person in your life, ever sat you down and said, here is how money actually works. Here is how wealthy women think. Here is what separates the women who build real wealth from the ones who stay stuck. That silence wasn't an accident. And today, we are fixing it. Here is the first thing wealthy women understand that most people never figure out. Money is not just something you earn. It is something you manage, grow, and put to work. Most of us were raised to think about money one way. Work hard, get paid, pay your bills, repeat. That is the survival mindset. And there is nothing wrong with surviving. But surviving is not building. Wealthy women think differently. They do not just ask, how much did I make this month? They ask, where is my money going, and is it working for me while I sleep? That one shift. That single question. That is where everything starts to change. Now here is where most beginners get stuck, and it is not your fault. We live in a world that is designed to take your money. Subscriptions. Upgrades. Buy now, pay later. Everything around you is engineered to make spending feel normal and saving feel boring. Wealthy women see through that. They do not deprive themselves, but they are intentional. Every dollar has a direction. There is a simple question they ask before spending: is this moving me forward or keeping me stuck? That is not about being cheap. That is about being in control. And control is where wealth begins. Here is the part nobody teaches women. And, honestly, this used to make me angry. For most of history, women were legally blocked from opening their own bank accounts, taking out loans, or investing in their own names. In the United States, women could not even get a credit card without a husband's signature until 1974. So when people say women are behind in investing, yes. But it is not because women are bad with money. It is because the system spent decades keeping women out of money. But here is what wealthy women do today. They invest anyway. Consistently. Even small amounts. Because they understand one powerful truth: time in the market beats timing the market. Every single time. You do not need to be rich to start investing. You need to start investing to become rich. Now let me give you the actual mindset behaviors, the ones that separate women who build wealth from women who always feel like they are almost there. First, they pay themselves first. Before the bills. Before the groceries. Before anything else. A portion of every paycheck goes directly to their future. Even if it is $20. The habit matters more than the amount in the beginning. Second, they are not afraid of numbers. Wealthy women know their numbers. Monthly income. Monthly expenses. Net worth. They do not avoid looking at their finances because it feels uncomfortable. They look anyway because clarity is power. Third, they think in years, not months. When a wealthy woman makes a financial decision, she is not thinking about next week. She is thinking about where this puts her in 5 years, 10 years. That long-term lens changes every decision. Fourth, they invest in themselves. Books, courses, skills that increase their earning power. Wealthy women understand that the best investment they will ever make is in their own mind and their own value. Here is what I really want you to hear before we wrap up. You do not need to have it all figured out to start. You do not need a finance degree. You do not need a lot of money. You do not need to wait until the right moment, because the right moment is not coming. It was never coming. What you need is the decision. The decision that your financial future matters. That you are worth investing in. That building wealth is not just for other people, it is absolutely for you. Wealthy women are not a different species. They just started. And they did not stop. So here is your homework, and it is simple. This week, write down 3 numbers. Your monthly income, your monthly expenses, and whatever is left. Just knowing those 3 numbers puts you ahead of most people. That is where it starts. Awareness. Then intention. Then action. If this opened your eyes today, save this video. Because you are going to want to come back to it. And if you know a woman who needs to hear this, share it with her right now. Because the wealth gap closes one woman at a time. And it starts with you.